Good afternoon, class. My name is Mr. Martinez, and today we'll be describing sets. So before we can get started with our lesson plan, please, I'm going to ask you, I'm just going to go over a few rules. Rule number one, please, I ask you not to be talking because what we're about to learn is very important, and you need to know this information for later on as we go on into our more lessons. And if I'm going too fast, please raise your hand and stop me so we can slow this down. If you have a question, again, raise your hand and I'll call on you and you can ask me and we can go over what you do not understand. So with that being said, let's get started on describing sets. Okay, so let's just slow things down a little bit. First of all, let's just ask ourselves, well, what is a set? Well, a set is basically a collection of objects or things, such that, let me give you an example. All my friends who are wearing blue, I want you to stand up, everyone who's wearing blue. As you can see, a lot of our friends are wearing blue. I have a collection or a set of students who are wearing the color blue today. Y'all may have a seat, So an individual object in that set is called a member or an element. So I'm also wearing blue today, and I could say Mr. Martinez is a member of the set of the students who are wearing blue. Of course, I'm not a student, I'm the instructor. Okay, so that is just an example of a set. Now there's two ways to describe sets. The first one is called the list method, and the second one is called the set builder method. And we're going to go into more of what it is as we go through on examples. So I have a few examples, I have 3 examples right here, and we'll go through them and using both ways to describe the set. So again, I'm going to ask you right now, hopefully you have a piece of pen and paper so you can take down notes. Okay, here we go. Example number 1. So a first set would be a set of players on the Spurs. As you can see, I have pictures of Spurs players right here. And right here I can say I have a set. So in the list method, it's pretty simple. It's basically self-explanatory. It says in the list method, you would just basically list out the names of the objects, or in this case the players, in the Spurs. And we would use this using braces, such as like this. So we will open with those, and S would just represent Spurs. So the set of S Spurs, and you would just list out the members in that. So it would be, the first member would be LaMarcus Aldridge, and I'm just putting their last names. LaMarcus Aldridge, Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, Emmanuel Ginobili, and hopefully I don't get out of the room, and Tony Parker. And we will close it again with the same braces. So for the list method, S equals, and we just list out the members in the set: LaMarcus Aldridge, Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. Now, using the set builder method, we would use this. Again, we will open with the braces, and we will write X. X is a variable. Put a line through, not a 1, a line. It will represent such that X, and what we write right here is basically defining what X is. Well, what X is X would be a member on the San Antonio Spurs. So we will write X such that X is a player on the Spurs. And we will close it with the same braces right here. Those are 2 ways in using to describe sets: the list method, and this will be the set builder method. If you have any questions, please let me know. We can go over this again. If not, let's continue. So on example number 2, the set of numbers on a 6-sided dice. So right here I have a 6-sided dice. As y'all can see, I have a 6-sided dice right here. So again, using the list method, here, catch that. We would write D, and I'll just put D for dice. The set D. We'll open the braces, and we would again list out the members on a 6-sided dice, which would be the numbers on the dice. And we know that there's 6 numbers on the dice, so we write them out. 1, and we would always separate them using commas. 2, 3, 4, and now 5, and 6. And we will close it, braces. Okay. So that's, again, using the list method, one way to describe it. Again, on the set builder method, we would use the same example up here. So we will open it with the braces, and we'll write x such that, remember, that means such that x is, and what is it? We just described it or defined it. What x is would be, x would be a number on a 6-sided dice. Six-sided dice, and we will just close it with that. Again, list method, set builder method. If you have any questions, anything, just raise your hand, let me know, we can go over this again. Okay, our next example would be the set of natural even numbers on less than 12. So I'll just put A, set A would be, we will open it, and we will just list out, using the list method, the numbers less than 12. So we know that even numbers less than 12 would be 2, and again, we always separate it with commas, the numbers, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we will close it. We will not include 12 because we want the positive, or the natural even numbers, less than 12. So this is the list. Now, again, going on to the set builder method, we'll open the braces, we write x such that x is, and again, define what x is a natural, I have to bend down a little bit, a natural even number less than 12. And we will close it. Like that. So we just went over 3 examples on describing set using the list method and the set builder method right here. So right now, I'm going to give you 3 more examples using the exact same thing what we just covered. And I'm going to ask you if you would like to join with a partner, could be your best friend or the person sitting next to you, put your tables together, and I'm going to write out 3 examples on the board, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to go over them, and I'm going to walk around. If you need help, just raise your hand, let me know, and then we'll come back on the board and we'll discuss it. So right now, you can go ahead and do that.